Hi guys, it's Danny. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how to do a quick content audit, and much of it's automated. But before we get started, we do need to do a few things, take a few steps. So I have a checklist here in the audit template. The first thing you need to do is import a Screaming Frog configuration file. So I've saved it here and I'm going to share it with you guys. So what you'll do is you'll go ahead and open Screaming Frog and click File, Configuration, and then Load. And then you'll upload that configuration file. And what that is I've created a series of settings ahead of time in Screaming Frog, and then I saved it for you. So you're just uploading those settings so that you don't have to tweak a bunch of stuff. So the next few steps is you'll want to connect Google Analytics, Google Search Console, and Ahrefs. And so what you do is you'll click on Configuration, API Access, and then Google Analytics. And in here, you will connect your Google Analytics account. Then after that, you'll repeat the process and do the same thing for Google Search Console and Ahrefs. So once you've taken those steps, we just want to make sure that two other settings were indeed turned on. Enable Crawl All Analysis. You simply click on this tab and click Configure. Make sure all the boxes are checked, including this last one, and click OK. And then the other one was the Near Duplicate Content. So you go to Configuration, Content, and Duplicates. Make sure these boxes are checked, and I have it set to 90%. So let's say you've got all that configured, you would simply start your crawl, and at the end of the crawl, you'll go ahead and click on this Internal tab. Then you'll filter by HTML, and then you'll simply export this file. So I'm not going to do it now because I've already done it, but let's say you've saved and exported that file. You will copy and paste all that data into this tab in the template. This tab's called Raw Data-SF for Screaming Frog. And like I said, you'll simply paste all the data in here, and then this is what it should look like. I'm going to have quite a few columns in here. So after doing that, all of these pages are going to automatically be populated. They have different formulas in there that pulls all this data in from here in a certain fashion. So for example, we'll click on thin pages and we'll see pages that have less than 500 words on them. So what you'll need to do is, not every single URL listed on each of these tabs is something you're going to make changes to, but it gives you a list, it narrows it down of what you need to review. So for these pages, you might want to add more copy to these pages to beef them up, but you'll notice in here we have some blog pagination pages. So those probably would be something I would not mess with adding content to. The login page, I wouldn't be concerned with that. Those kinds of things. So you can quickly exclude them from the list, or you can just manually click on each link and take a look at the page and see if that's something you would like to add to. This one does not have anything here, but what it does is it looks for any broken pages on your site that have backlinks pointing to them. So of course, those are pages you would want to set up redirects for, assuming the backlinks are decent. This is a tab of maybe you're not getting that many conversions on certain pages. So you'll go ahead and review this tab and make sure that there is nothing you can do to improve it. You know, you might want to add a call to action or update a call to action. So this is something you could look at. You can check out pages that have low engagement rates so that you can encourage users to continue browsing the site. These are pages that Screaming Frog found may have grammar and spelling errors. So what you'll do is this is not 100% for sure because this is a tool, but some of these pages might need to be reviewed for quality in regards to the wording on the page. And then here's a list of duplicate or similar pages. So a lot of times it's nice to not have pages on your site that are too similar, but this is, could be a big list that you need to kind of go through and find out what's going on with them. And then these might be pages that are fake pages, test pages, or just placeholder pages. Right now, these pulled in because they contain the word test in the URL, which a lot of times people create test pages like that need to be taken down. So this is a false positive. So that's why I also pulled in the page title, meta description, and H1s so that you could quickly look at it and say, okay, these are not actual pages that need to be removed. And all that data will be populated here into the summary tab. So it links to each tab, tells you the number of issues found, the priority of them, in my opinion, and then what to do for each of them. Very, very simple instructions. And then you also have this pretty content overview tab. So if you want to manually review these pages with all of their metrics, you can do that. You can see this Google Analytics organic traffic information right here, just for any organic users. And then this LP means landing page. It means they landed on this page from organic, and then they were on that page for 1 minute, 5 seconds. The bounce rate was 40%. And then after they landed on that page, their average session duration was 4 minutes. Just to clarify that. Then this is some Google Search Console data. This can come in handy because if you're thinking about redirecting or removing a page or improving it, you want to know how it's performing already. And then we have some on-page information like page title, meta description, H1. You could use this if you want to go ahead and instruct somebody to rewrite that content or information, excuse me. And it shows how many internal links are pointing to this page, the word count, the status code, which is important. And then the last piece of information is hrefs. Are there any backlinks pointing to it? How many domains? How many keywords does hrefs say that page is ranking for? And then this is an estimation of how much traffic the page is getting from hrefs. So you can eyeball all this information in one place to make a decision on what you're going to actually end up doing with that page. So there you go. That's how you do a content audit.